for us if things don't go as smoothly as you would like. We will be doing a couple of polls within the meeting to kind of just do some checks. The first thing I'd like to do is ask all of you to mute yourselves and then unmute yourselves when you're called on to introduce yourselves. For Zoom etiquette, if you will, the best thing to do is to stay muted unless you're speaking or unless the host has decided to have a free-for-all. The background noise can be annoying, especially when we have speakers on. So I am going to start by asking Ruth Ann to introduce herself, and then I'll just go around my screen and call on folks in order as they are sitting on my screen.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Ruth Ann Carr. I'm the office manager for the chamber, and I'm having to do too much because I had to press record and unmute myself. That's about it. Okay, we've reached my limit. Thank you all for coming.
Jennifer?
Good morning.
You want to give yourself a quick introduction on who you are so everybody knows who you are?
Sure. I'm Jennifer Lyons. I own Totes My Goats Body Soaps. This is my first time with Zoom. Ruth Ann next door has offered me to come sit with her, but I need to learn how to do this myself. We do this at the hospital for our patients, but this is the first time for me. I've always done WebExes. So this is actually more entertaining than WebEx. I really like it. But I tried to, get somebody to teach me how to do this. My daughter kept saying, "Oh, you can do backgrounds," and I really thought you were out there on the water. I really did. Great background, but nobody wanted to play with me. Nobody wanted to get me used to this whole new setup. So if I forget to mute myself, please let me know.
Don't worry about it. We have the power. Ruth Ann and I have the power of the mute button. Watch. You're now muted. Nick?
Hello, good morning. My name is Nick Ward. I work at Fluvanna County High School with the Special Education Department. I have students that go out into the community to work and wanted to join to see what, see if we could make any connections here.
Awesome. Welcome. Austin?
Good morning. I'm Austin Katstra. I'm interning with Brian in economic development and planning this summer, and I started yesterday, actually. So.
Awesome. Judy?
Sorry, I was writing. I'm trying to jot down everybody's stuff. My name is Judy Fish, and I live at the lake. And right now, I do a social media page called Lake Monticello News.
Great, thank you. And Judy, just for the record, if you click on the participant icon on the bottom, that'll give you a list of everybody that's currently in the meeting.
I was trying to write down what they do.
Ah, got it, okay.
I'm making notes about what they do because that's interesting to me. So, future stories.
Jan?
Did it. Yay. Jan Tatangelo. I am with Legal Shield and ID Shield and also our Fluvanna Women in Business. Loving that and have seen so many of your names, and it's so awesome to put your names in your together. Really cool. So I love chambers. I love our chamber's a really good chamber. And women in business, we do not exclude men. So if you want to come and join us, guys, you could do that, right? It's a women in business group. And so we're doing some fun things. We're going to be having a wine business whenever we can get out, whenever the winery's open. So going to be having a lot of fun things too, besides promoting each other. Let's see. And the big thing, there's my guy, there's Greg. We have our first co-op advertising coming out in the Fluvanna Review this week, so can't wait to see that. So good morning, everybody. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Abby?
Hey, I'm Abby. My husband and I own VA Home Picks. We specialize in real estate and commercial photography, video, and drone services in Charlottesville and all the surrounding counties.
Great, thank you. Brian?
Sorry, finishing my yogurt there. I'm Brian Rothmel, Economic Development Coordinator for Fluvanna County. Austin, obviously, is my intern, and we're really excited. Got a lot going on for economic development, trying to make the most of this situation, and hopefully later we'll be able to share some of that with you.
Great. Peggy?
Hi, I'm Peggy Shanklin. I own Pristine Clean and Domestic Care and soon to be a real estate agent. Nice to see everybody.
Great. Robin?
Hi, everybody. This is my very first time. I'm the brand new executive director at the Habitat for Humanity here in Fluvanna. So I'm in a big learning. Thank you. I'm in a big learning mode, but loving it. Working closely with Mike and Lisa Himes, who are just amazing people. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Linda Gore?
Yes, I volunteer at the Fluvanna Historical Society, and you wanted to know where I heard this. I think I got a fan email, and it mentioned this Chamber of Commerce breakfast in there.
Great. So if you know, that's a great point there. If you know about fan mail, reach down into your reactions box and press the thumbs up. Okay. So some of you don't, but it looks like most of you have heard of fan mail. Good. Thanks. Thank you, Linda. Andrea?
Hi, I'm Andrea Kojan. I'm a resident at Lake Monticello. I have a business that's been on hold for a little bit, a home-based business called Anytime Cakes. I have not yet joined the chamber, but when I get my business back up and running, I'm planning to do that. And hi, everybody.
Great, thank you. Erica?
Hi, I'm Erica Mitchell. I live at Lake Monticello and I have a tiny little business called Sweet Art Emporium. It is a physical retail shop for locally made gifts, art, and candy made in Virginia. The physical location is not open at the moment, but I did transition to online, so you can now find locally crafted gifts online, most of it's online. And one of those artists, I have 56 artists. One of those artists is Shirley Stewart, who provided my mask today. So I'm really appreciative of that.
Great. Greg?
Hey, good morning. I'm Greg DeRazio. I've got 3 different hats that I wear. I provide freelance communications and marketing services as DeRazio Communications. I'm also recently came on board with the Small Business Development Center in Charlottesville, providing small business counseling services. I would definitely encourage anybody to reach out to us for free. We're local and we're here to help. So definitely can help with a wide range of business needs, counseling, strategy, communications, financing, all kinds of stuff. I'm also, as Jan mentioned, I'm a part-time ad representative for the Fluvanna Review. We go to Lake Monticello every week, and we love telling the story of the county. Thanks and good morning.
Shirley.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I move around so much in all of this. I am the Rivanna District Representative to the Fluvanna School Board. So that's within Lake Monticello and basically within Jefferson. I am also currently the liaison between the Lake Monticello Peacemakers and Flu Cares. We are just about at the 1,000 mark of donating masks to a variety of needs within Fluvanna County. As Erica said, I've made some of them for all of you in your care packages today. And while we're meeting, I'm always sewing or ironing or doing whatever. So I'm sorry, I just don't stand still really well here. If you know of people within our community that do need masks, please feel free to reach out.
Great. Thank you, Shirley. Carolyn?
I'm Carolyn Herbert from Herbert's Wine Jelly. We do specialty wine jellies, dips, etc. We run a business that is designed primarily for those that have mental health issues. We hire them, we get them back on their feet and give them hope for the community and to give back.
Great. Thank you. Steve?
There I am, unmuted. I'm Steve Hurwitz, and I'm the general manager at Lake Monticello. Very proud to have been in that position a little more than 2 years. And I also want to add something. I'm sharing the meeting today with a number of people I haven't met before, so very glad to meet everyone who I haven't met, including Judy Fish, who was, as many people may know and some may not know, a main organizer of the greatest parade in the Western Hemisphere ever. You know, we've been unofficially rated. That's the parade around Jefferson Drive at Lake Monticello last Saturday to celebrate the high school graduates. And my understanding is that it's been rated as better than the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade and the Pasadena New Year's Parade. It was a great event. And Judy, thank you for that, and all the other people that made that thing happen. That was not, that was totally a volunteer effort and a wonderful thing. So very glad to be in a meeting with Judy and the rest of the people, and again, to meet everybody for the first time.
Great, thanks, Steve. Dolores Hubert, DJ.
Morning's not my best time to officially be on Zoom. But anyway, my name is Dolores Hubert Christmas of DJ's Unique Services. I'm also on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce, vice president of the NAACP, a member of the Rotary, which those of you all that haven't joined need to join. It's a great organization. I could go on, and Rudy is the go-to guy for everybody. So he's gotten me into everything. And it's great to see everybody from not seeing you for so long, you know?
Thanks, DJ. Amy Smedley.
Morning, I'm Amy Smedley. I am the volunteer coordinator at Meals on Wheels. It's nice to see everyone again.
Thank you. People shifted around on my screen. Valerie.
Hi, I'm Valerie Palamountain. I'm Dean of Workforce Services at Piedmont Virginia Community College. And we also do Kids College, and I think I'm going to be talking about that later.
Thank you.
I'm also the vice president of the chamber.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy Parsons. I'm here as a volunteer.
Great. Doug?
Good morning, Rudy, members of the chamber. Douglas Miles, a community development director. I work with Brian in economic development. I'm over planning, GIS, economic development, and inspection and codes compliance, but I mainly do planning work here in the office. But we are here to assist you, Brian and I, and also wanted to mention, it's all right for Austin, for all you UVA alums and fans, he's a member of the UVA basketball team working here in Fluvanna this summer. So you wanted to welcome Austin and call on Brian first and me, and we will help you in any assistance that you need, web links or phone calls, whatever. Glad to be help.
Great, thank you. Kat?
Morning.
I'm Kat Gardner. I am the owner of Two Labs Coffee, and if any of you have brewed it, you're drinking my Joe this morning.
Delicious, Kat.
How'd you enjoy it?
I just got to give a shout out. That coffee is actually part of a fundraiser that Kat helped us develop for the Interact Club of Fork Union Military Academies. Cup of Service, the cadets actually did a tasting and chose that blend themselves.
Yes, they did. That was a lot of fun. I am also the EMT instructor in town at K-Tech, at least until the coffee business gets big enough that I can stop working for somebody else.
There you go. Thanks. Linda Steger.
So, I am Linda Steger, and I have a studio. I'm an artist, a painter of landscapes, and I'm also a potter. And up until very recently, I've been involved in a lot of community activities as president of the Fluvanna Leadership Alumni Group. And I'm very happy to be here today and to meet everyone. And thank you, Rudy and Ruth Ann, for organizing and for all the goodies.
Yeah. Mary Jane.
I'm
Try
Mary
it now,
Jane.
Mary. I need you to choose. There you go.
Had to unmute myself. I'm Mary Jane Cathers. I own Sacred Acres Farm at Wildwood, which is a small alpaca farm, and we're currently closed to the public, although I keep getting requests for tours, and I'm not certain when I'm going to be open again because I'm just watching the numbers. I want to see the numbers stop going up before I reopen. Thanks.
Yeah. Jane.
Gaffney?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, I'm sorry it took me so long to get on the call. I've been having computer issues. So I'm Jane Scafty. I'm a web and graphic designer. I live in Kent Store. And I just want to shout out to Ruth Ann for this creative solution to this meeting. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of the contributions, you know, from Erica and the Coffee Lady, and it's really nice, creative coming together. So I'm also an artist. It's nice to see Linda. Good morning.
So I think I got everybody. If I did not, please chime in. Okay, hearing nobody. As I said, my name is Rudy. I'm the current president of the chamber. What, Ruth Ann?
I'm sorry. Amy Myers is here,
Oh.
but I think she's on the
down
phone.
at the bottom of my screen. I didn't see her.
Yeah.
Amy.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Amy Myers. I own Local Eats here at the lake. We opened July, will be our 3rd year here. And we have been booming since this coronavirus with the groceries. So we're excited to reopen when we can and see all of our locals back in. Thanks for everybody putting this together. Thanks, Ruth Ann. You rock it. Thanks, Rudy, for everything you've done for me the last 3 years.
Quite welcome. So I'm going to flip the agenda just a minute because one of our speakers has to leave. So I think I'll run the speakers before we do chamber update. As I said, my name is Rudy. I'm the president of the chamber. I'm also a business owner here in the county. I own Ravenna Woods Financial Tax Services and Global View Capital Advisors. I'd really like to welcome everybody here. And we have 4 of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 5 of our 6 speakers are here today. And I'm going to introduce them in order and then give them a few minutes to tell us a little bit about whatever they want to tell us about. And I'm going to start with Kat Gardner. Kat was born and raised in Virginia. She developed a love of coffee. Well, she had to drink some really bad coffee during her days as a paramedic. What she didn't tell you, that while she's an EMS instructor now, she used to actually run the buses and she wasn't a paramedic. She met another roaster at a small farmer's market and learned the basics of roasting. And she's been in business now for several years, is really active in the community, and is just a really good member of the business community. So Kat, you're up first because I know you have an appointment that you have to leave for. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good morning, everyone. As Rudy said, born and raised here in Virginia, and yeah, when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're on an ambulance, the only coffee available is really, really bad gas station coffee. So I started looking for something better than that. We got a roaster and have actually put it in our 2-car garage, which I will never, ever be able to park in now. That machinery is going nowhere. It's 800 pounds. It's not moving. So far, it's really been a lot of fun. I make my neighborhood smell good once in a while when I'm roasting. And I am always happy to show people things. If you're ever interested in the process, just let me know. And you're welcome to come by and see the roasting process. Take a little bit home with you right out of the cooling bin, straight out of the roaster. I'm happy to share some of that. Matter of fact, I might throw some at you regardless, because when I'm developing new blends, I like to give it away the first batch or so to see did enough people like it that I want to put it in the lineup. I really have a lot of fun with it. I kind of geeked out on the nerd side of the chemistry of coffee roasting and how to roast different origins properly. So that part is fun, but ultimately the purpose of our business not only is to, of course, work for ourselves, but we want to be able to bring the higher quality, as in not Folgers and Maxwell House, good quality roasted coffee to the everyday person, and to be able to give back to the community that supports us as we're growing. We do have several charity blends, including the one you're drinking this morning, Cup of Service. We have one that benefits through Fluvanna SPCA, that's called Rescue Roast. And one called Heroes Blend that supports the local Palmyra Volunteer Fire Department. So we try to give back wherever we can. I've done school fundraisers before. That's also a lot of fun. Since I do work for the school system in town, and I feel like it's important to do that because we're so small. We're really just here in Central Virginia. I get a few online orders here and there, but not a ton. So this is my business, is this community. So it's important to be plugged into that and give back to what is helping us grow. Do you guys have any questions for me?
How do we buy your coffee, Kat?
That's a good one. Well, there are several ways you can do it. We do have a website, Two Labs Coffee, TWO Labs as in dogs, not laboratories, .com. You can order there. The easiest thing, honestly, is if you want something that's not in one of the local stores, you can order, and then there's a pickup location at Local Eats. Amy has been kind enough to be a drop-off point. You can order online. I drop it there, no shipping, because that would be silly. And you can just pick it up at Local Eats. Amy does carry several of my coffees in her shop. E.W. Thomas also has a few. And if you ever get coffee at Wahoo Barbecue, you will be drinking my brew. They have a custom blend at Wahoo Barbecue as well. Oh, thank you, Rudy. You just put our website up.
Yeah, I understand you have a delivery you have to make, so you got to jump.
Yeah, unfortunately I do. I have to get to Goochland, and then I'm headed back to K-Tech because I've got students who need to skills test for their EMT certification. So I unfortunately have to run.
Good luck with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put my email in the chat. If anybody has questions or wants to come by and see what we do sometime, feel free to just, that would be Cooper, one of the two labs of two labs. Feel free to feel free to send me a message and we'll work something out. I roast about once a week. Shush.
Great, thank you. Next up, the owner of Local Eats, the owner and founder of Local Eats, Amy Myers. Amy and I met as she was getting ready to start the business almost 3 years ago now. Hard to believe that time has gone by that fast. But she's not a newcomer to Fluvanna County. She's going to share a little bit about how she got started in the restaurant business. And I will tell you that Amy is nothing if not flexible. Every time she comes up against an obstacle, she puts her brain to work and comes up with a new way of overcoming that obstacle. As a result, as she mentioned, her business is actually doing better now than it was before. So without any further ado, Amy Myers, you have the floor, my friend. If we can get her to unmute, that is.
Can you hear me?
There you go, Amy.
Sorry. All right. I am been in Fluvanna since '97. I'm an Army brat, so we've been all over the place. Settled down here and to raise my daughter in the country. I've worked with Domino's for 24 years, worked my way up to management. Was going to franchise a Domino's, and thank God I decided not to do that. Became a vegetarian 10 years ago. Started watching documentaries, changing what I ate, my health, and decided to open a healthy restaurant. So somebody in Fluvanna wanted to eat healthy besides me. So it's been good. We did half grocery store, and we have 5 tables, just currently closed for seating. But yeah, this pandemic, it's been difficult, but it's been good for us in sales. People feel comfortable coming in here. It's a smaller store. You see, run into less people. We do deliveries now, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 2. Just require $15 minimum order. We deliver groceries, sandwiches, and ABC is actually letting us deliver alcohol now. So we have a lot of people placing their grocery orders, and we'll do drop off at their door, so contactless. We have people that do curbside, but some people feel comfortable coming in and grocery shopping still. So it's been different. It's been a change. I wish I had it online. Maybe, maybe not. But we've made it work. It's been good. The community's been very supportive of me. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, so Amy, how do folks get a hold of you if they want to order something for pickup?
Most people call, and then we pretty much just walk around the store grocery shopping with them on the phone. I send out an email on Tuesdays letting them know what produce is coming in for the week. It goes out pretty fast once it comes in, but you can get on the list and get your groceries. Or a lot of them will message me on Facebook.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes, Amy. What's your phone number
here?
What's your phone
number? 207-3558. 207-3558.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Amy, how do you get on your email list?
You can send us your email through like Facebook or call me and I can type you in the system. A lot of times when you use a credit card and pay through Square, anytime you use the Square and sign up and type your email in, it saves it. So anywhere you use Square, it'll be saved in their system. And then I have a marketing platform that Square keeps your email. I just send it out. We have over 800 people in the email list so far.
Good.
It looks like Rudy has dropped off somehow. I don't know, but I'm going to take over. I've been waiting my whole life for this. No, I'm kidding. So let's go to Jennifer Lyons now. She is the owner of Totes My Goats Body Soaps and is next door to me at the in the village of Palmyra, and a lovely little store, but I know you're closed right now. But why don't you tell us about yourself?
Hi, everybody. Yeah, we're closed right now. Mary Jane, I wanted to give you an update. You said you saw the numbers going up. I'm at the hospital and I actually work that unit. And I've seen a decrease in numbers significantly. So hopefully we can get our doors open again and get back to normal business. I don't know what normal is going to be. Everybody's going to be asked, I guess. So Totes My Goats has been around for about 6 years, and I can, Wesley here is my buck, and that's how I figure out how long the business has been around, because he's 7, my big guy there. So he gives me beautiful babies, and the mothers help me with milk so I can make the soaps. This year I've only gotten boys for babies, and every year we do a theme. Last year we did a Harry Potter theme. This year we wanted to do herbs. So with the 2 boys we named them Basil for basil, and Herbie. So we've got these 2 cute little boys that are gonna wreak havoc on my farm if I don't get them fixed soon. But when the store opens up, I'd like to bring them out here and have everybody, just pet these cute little goats. The store has given me a good outlet for making my soaps. I've gotten out of the kitchen and brought to the store. I have the back door where I can keep open for everybody to watch what I'm doing. I always welcome people back there to watch and see what I'm doing. I've got the freezer full of milk. Everybody wants me to show them the milk just to make sure that I'm using real goat's milk. So everybody's welcome to come in and do that. During the day, I'm at the hospital, and my husband is usually over here running the store. And if you ever have an instrument, come on by. Ruth Ann, you probably heard him playing his guitar over here. Yeah, I know the walls are real thin. He uses his time over here playing music, and just listening to everybody talk, it gets my mind start going. Since we've been doing this, this coronavirus lockdown, trying to think of different ways to get the business making profit, doing Facebook Lives and doing demonstrations. And so I got a list for you, Ruth Ann and Rudy, for what we need to do for the, I got on my list, Food Truck Fridays, street festivals. You've heard me talk about that before. Ruth Ann, now we've got a new patio out there. We can do patio sales and patio concerts. I'm ready for all this over with, so we can get ready for to see people again, and even if it's behind masks, just to see people. I've done demonstrations. I've done one of the funnest thing that we've done so far, I think, is when we did Fab-A-Flop. We took recipes that had never been tried before. People submitted them from Pinterest, and we just did them live, however they turned out, if they were good or bad, messy, sloppy, it was a lot of fun. It was not a money maker, but it was a way to get people interested and something for them to do on a Friday night. This Friday, we're going to do another live with the focus on Father's Day. So we'll be selling some Father's Day soaps and lotions and shaving creams and stuff like that. Just doing whatever we can to get the the interest back in the store, in the business. I haven't had much luck with just advertising prices and stuff, but I have had luck with the Facebook Lives. I just get more interest that way. And it's funny because if you put a limit on something, say I've only got 2 bars of soap, all of a sudden it's a competition, and you've got to get that soap. I had somebody buy 80 bars of soap because they thought they were going to miss out on something, so they just kept on ordering, and so that was a lot of fun and very profitable for the business, getting us through with our rent and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm ready for all this to be over with. I really am. I want to get back to business. I want to get back to supporting everybody else and getting out there and having fun and of course making money. And Erica, you said you have a little tiny store. You have a beautiful store with all those wonderful artists, and it's not little anymore. You're doing really well. You really are. And if anybody ever has any questions about soap or anything, just let me know. This Zoom thing is I'm getting into it now. I can see doing some soap making classes, going out and somebody wants to make soap, they buy the products, I send it to you, and we schedule a Zoom class. Great idea.
Thanks, Jennifer. First, let me apologize, folks. Obviously, a squirrel ran over the power line and killed the power to the house for a couple of minutes. But
Actually,
fortunately, I had 2 co-hosts, so the meeting didn't die. Jennifer, there's a question in the chat box, and I don't know whether you covered it or not. It's from Valerie. She wants to know, is the goat's milk available for sale?
Oh. No, sorry. I only have enough for the business, and it's just not, well, for one thing, I don't think it's allowed either to sell the goat's milk. Sometimes people do it for other farm animals or to give it for pets and stuff, but I just don't have enough. You heard me say I only got 2 babies this year, and that poor mother is using it all for herself.
Got it. Thank you very much. So Carolyn Herbert, the owner of Herbert's Wine Jelly, she kind of gave a little bit of a background about her business. For those of you who are familiar with B corporations, she is probably the closest thing to a B corporation we have in Fluvanna County. Her business exists to make money, yes, but more importantly, the primary purpose of her business is to provide a community service. And she's been doing this for a while now. Her story is fantastic. If you want to see her story, you can go to the Rotary website, and we have a recording of her presenting to the Rotary Club there. So Carolyn, I'm going to turn it over to you and give you some time to talk a little bit about what you do.
Well, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate everybody not only being here, but having fun getting to see each other. One of the things that really led us here, if I can just start at the beginning for a second, is when I first moved here with my mother, she wanted wine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And for breakfast, we came up with wine jelly. So it was a fun thing to do for friends and neighbors. And then we realized it was illegal to sell because it had the alcohol still in it. So after months of figuring out how to get the alcohol out, we decided to turn it into a business that helped those that had mental health issues, may or may not have been in prison because of it, and get them back on their feet, contribute it to society again, and help them move forward. We have mostly part-time people because most of our people can't mentally handle a full-time job. We are very flexible in that realm. We use 100% of what we bring in goes back to the people. If I have money that is, available at all, I'll hire somebody else. So we are all about helping those in the community and actually across Virginia that need a huge support. So we have Herbert's Wine Jelly. As we started it, and there were others that wanted to join, and we allowed them to come up with the products. We have someone that came up with the peanut butter. We have someone that came up with the herb dips, and now we have hot chocolate. And they're all of premium quality. We do have our products at Totes My Goats and Local Eats locally, but we also have Harris Teeter and the Food Lion that has the Virginia's Finest kiosks in them. We were dearly hurt this season with the major trade shows that were not available. We are looking to expand. We do have a place out in Texas as well who is doing the same thing. And the one issue with licensing is that they must hire 60% felons after the 3rd year. So we are looking to change society and help those that were in the wrong place at the wrong time, et cetera, move forward with their lives and have a good move. We have recipes online. We have reached out online. We're on Amazon, you know, our website, et cetera. But we have really focused these last several months on getting more of an online presence. That was not our initial goal. Our initial goal was to be part of every community. So we are so looking forward to getting back locally, doing some fun things. I know we really enjoy the little craft shows here and there, especially in the fall. Those are our fun times. But we're still working, we're still getting orders, and hopefully we're expanding some so I can again, you know, hire more of our guys. We're our jellies are used in many, many recipes. So please, with the orange pineapple Chardonnay, if you haven't eaten it all, try it on some chicken in the oven or on the grill, something like that. We do have a wide variety of recipes online, and just have a good time doing what we're doing. Of course, the whole family's involved, but they don't get paid either. But it's really up to, you know, it's a mission. We did not do this as a nonprofit because we believe that we want this to always continue, and I didn't want a board of directors to close us down. So this will be taken over by my son when he decides that he's sick of microbiology up in Boston, and we will continue on to help those in the community that really need that help and that support, and keep them a true contributor to society. That's our mission, and our food is good.
Thank you very much. Next up, I believe, is going to be our very own board member, Erica Mitchell. Erica started Sweetheart Emporium a little bit over a year ago with the idea that she wanted to build connections in community. There will be an article in this week's paper explaining her story in a little bit more detail about the need for change and how change can be good. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you, Erica, and tell us what's going on.
Thank you, Rudy. Well, the hardest part for me has been the lack of face-to-face. That's what I established my business for, to make connections in the community. And I've always thought of myself as an introvert, but as soon as I had to spend 3 months at home, I discovered that I do really like to talk to people. So especially to have, well, I've always said meaningful conversations, but actually it's just the, I feel like just having a conversation with someone is meaningful, especially when they're community members. So that's been the hardest part for my business, because I'm still not feeling like it's safe to open. My shop is a little bit bigger than Jennifer's, but only by a few feet. It's not that much. but the space is really doesn't feel safe to have more than one other person in it. And I don't have an occupancy rating, so I don't know exactly how to do half that like the governor has asked. I think half my occupancy rating would be like 1.5 people. So I haven't figured out how to do that. So it took me a long time to go online because that's not what I wanted to do. But I have gotten most of the artist products online now. Let's see if I can I pulled up my website, but now it's not technical difficulties. It's not letting me send it to everybody. But the website is just sweetartemporium.square.site. And for one thing, I figured out that I had over 1,000 different items in my shop, and getting them all online has been really challenging. So I still don't have all of the artists. I have all of the artists, but I don't have all of their work. However, the community has supported us, and the month of May last year was our slowest month of the year. And this year, May has been the best month of the whole time our business has been open. But that is primarily due to mask sales. So 3 of my seamstresses decided that they could convert their skills to mask making. And I found a need because I knew that there were some places like Fluke Hairs that could provide free masks, but I didn't need a free mask. I just needed a mask. And I realized that there was a need for that. And I was right. We sold 116 masks in May. And that's just a tiny fraction of what these women are making. They've made like 1,000 masks during that time and given away the rest of them. So it is really neat what they're doing. I wrote down a couple of notes while other people were speaking because I wanted to remember to say that I noticed on the wine jelly jar that it now says #FromFluvanna, which I think is awesome. I'm trying to put From Fluvanna stickers in all of our online orders to get that out also. Let's see. One of my artists is, there's the sticker. Thanks, Jen. One of my artists is doing online art classes, and I'm gonna join her this week. I'm really excited about that. So I think Jennifer, you might get some people with that. I think that's a great idea because people are getting tired of being at home and not being able to interact, and this is at least one way to see other people and get involved. Oh, and also Jennifer, I want some of that shaving cream. I don't remember to say that. Let's see, what else have I got on here? I also need to speak to Doug Miles now that I know who he is, because I think there might be some other things that we can do while we're waiting to be safe to open the physical shop, but I have to check with our zoning guy. So I've got some ideas and I'm excited about them, but I need to make sure that they're okay to do. All right, I might have gotten off track, but that's what I wanted to say.
And
Thanks,
Erica, and anyone that needs to get in touch with planning, feel free to email me and I'll get you in touch with Douglas.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that is the end of our speakers. We've got some more business to take care of. What I'd like to know now is if you liked it, give me a thumbs up from the reactions box there.
I don't see my phone. Oh.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So one of the features of Zoom is that it lets you do quick polling while you're actually in the Zoom meeting. So I'm going to give you a 2-question poll. If you guys would answer that and get ready because it is coming now. And And this poll is called Fun Facts, Ruthann.
Rudy, it wouldn't let us choose two answers on the second one, or at least it wouldn't let me.
Right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, no worries. We'll just see who what the top two answers are then. Okay, it looks like we have about 21 folks have responded. So the answer to the first question was actually you start your breakfast with coffee.
Oh.
And Pat did have to leave early, but that is not why we put the order in that we did, okay? What do all the speakers have in common? They all live in Fluvanna and they're all women. It is amazing to me that only 19% of you chose they are all women.
Well, I tried, but you couldn't answer.
Okay. All righty. So thank you for that. That was fun. Okay, so I'm going to ask Valerie now to give us a quick update on Kids College, and then we're going to finish up the rest of the business that we have and try and get everybody out of here at 9:15 like we promised. So Valerie, I believe you have permission to share. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Unfortunately, my internet's unstable, so I may not be able to do a presentation now. Okay. We have moved Kids College online. All of our classes, we've got over 200. Actually, it's closer to 300 classes. We're doing pre-K, so we have kids as young, or programs for kids as young as 4 years old, and we're going up through the 9th grade. And let me just see if I can scroll. I don't know if I can scroll this. I can't scroll on this, but I will put the link in the chat box. And classes start this week. Monday, yesterday was the first day of Kids College, and we're going through the week of August 24th. These are all supervised live programs. It's not, put the kids down and they'll amuse themselves. We're teaching these live, so that there's a lot of student-teacher interaction. A lot of them have hands-on, in fact, all of them have hands-on activities. We're doing, we have cupcake wars and 3D printing and robotics and Python programming. So there's a big variety of classes that we have. And I hope you all enjoy them, or if you know of anybody, like I said, I'll put the link in the chat box, and please send it to your friends who have kids or grandkids and might be interested in finding something different for their kids for the summer. And thank you. It's good to see everybody.
Someone was asking how much they cost. Do they vary?
We actually brought the price down. The two price points that we $99 and $149. And that includes the supplies for most of them.
Great. Thank you, Valerie. And don't forget to put that link in the chat box, okay? There it is. Perfect. Oops. Thank you very much. Okay, so next up on my agenda over here is just a quick update on what has the Chamber been doing over the last 10 weeks since the world ended. Well, the Chamber's been pretty damn busy. We started and just completed our 10th weekly town hall meeting. Every Friday evening at 6:30, we are holding a business town hall meeting. Many of you have been on that. During that town hall meeting, we accomplished 3 things. The first thing is we let businesses know that they're not alone. We allow businesses to connect with each other and with the chamber, and we share information that we have garnered throughout the week. And when I say we, it's primarily the Economic Development Office with Brian, Ruth Ann, and myself. We are attending multiple meetings a week, trying to get the best information we can to put out to the business community. So we've been doing those town hall meetings. We just finished up our 10th one. We've covered everything from marketing to EIDL to PPP. We've had guest speakers from the Small Business Development Center, Union Bank. There was somebody else we had, Brian, but it's escaping me now.
Small Business Development.
I would encourage you. I'm sorry, say that again, Ruth Ann?
I started to say the Small Business Development Center, but you already said that.
Yeah. The chamber is also taking part in a regional rural chamber group. Brian and I got together at the very beginning of this and said, hey, we've got to reach out to our community members who looked like us. We were already part of a group of 4 chambers, Louisa, Orange, Green, and Fluvanna, call them Golf. But we decided to expand that. So we included Madison, and we included Goochland, we included Powhatan. And so every week, these 7 or 8 chambers are meeting to discuss best practices, share ideas, and just kind of bring the chambers together, because nobody's looking out for rural businesses except the localities and the chambers within those localities. We don't have this giant voice in front of the General Assembly like the regional chambers do. So we have to take care of ourselves. So that has been really an educational experience to see how the other chambers are reacting and to see what they're doing. We've also partnered with PVCC and the Economic Development Office and Central Virginia Small Business Development Center to try and create an e-commerce ecosystem in Fluvanna County. So Brian, I'm going to let you give us a quick plug for what's going on with Project Propel. And Valerie, if you would jump in with what's going on with the potential grant opportunities. And just give us a quick 2 to 3 minute overview, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so Propel's starting this week. It actually started yesterday, and that's a partnership with University of Virginia. They have students that were supposed to go off to internships that were canceled, postponed. So those students are looking for something meaningful to do for the summer. So they're going to be doing a 2-week study on Fluvanna County. As I said, it did start yesterday. In that study, they're trying to see how we can be more resilient to a pause like we're seeing right now, and namely how we can get our economy online. So we will have, we're doing some discovery calls with them this week. There's a couple small business owners that will be on one later on this week. And then next week, the students will be working and coming up with a plan that includes a maintenance, how to get it started, costs, and the best practices for it. Those students are in teams of 5, so it's a competition among the students that are in it. They're 2nd, 3rd, 4th years, or they're also grad students, and they're working with the leading consultants in the field. We're talking about from EY, from McKinsey. We're getting some of they are students, but they're going to be consulting with an advisor that's an alumni from UVA. So we're really excited with that. In coordination with that, we also have Austin, who will be helping us implement some of those things, take a little bit off of my plate so that we can work on that. And then, of course, we're also working on a Go Virginia grant right now that I'll let Valerie talk about.
Great. Thank you, Brian. Valerie, want to add anything to that?
Well, the Go Virginia grant that we're working on is actually being headed up by UVA. And they're looking at ways to help businesses in the rural communities to develop an online presence. And they're working with Bryan and Louisa County, Nelson, I think Green might be involved, and then PVCC will be developing some classes. And we're in the process of developing the grant, and we'll let you know if it gets funded.
Yeah, we're still in the, we haven't even gotten the application complete yet. So that will happen this week. A lot's happened for Fluvanna County. We're just trying to make the most of UVA is willing to partner with the local community during this. So we're trying to make the most of those relationships.
Great, thank you. So in case you haven't gotten the picture yet, the Chamber and the Economic Development Office and PVCC are all three committed to helping create an environment in Fluvanna County that allows Fluvanna County businesses to market directly to the residents of Fluvanna County. One of the dynamics of what's happened because of the stay-at-home orders is that the 7,000 or so folks who were leaving Fluvanna County every day to go to work someplace else are now staying in Fluvanna County. One of the things that we noticed early on was that our local businesses really do not have a mechanism to let the people in the community know that they're still open for business. Individual businesses do a fine job of promoting to their existing customers, and through social media can expand that footprint a little bit. But what we want to do is we want to create an environment where we are marketing Fluvanna businesses to Fluvanna residents. This does several things for the business community. One, it builds a sense of community. Without having a central business district, it's extremely difficult for rural communities to build a sense of community within their businesses. Second thing is, it helps the community learn that there are businesses within the community that can fill most, if not all, of their needs locally. And why is that important? Because every dollar that you spend in Fluvanna County locally generates money that goes to offset the property tax ratio that the Board of Supervisors uses to fund schools, safety, social services, etc. So by helping us make our businesses stronger in the county, you're actually helping yourselves in the long run lower the tax burden on the individual homeowners. So we're really committed to this. We've heard some examples of our local businesses who have dipped their toe in the water, so to speak. But our vision for this is much bigger than just dipping their toe in the water. Our vision for this is creating an environment that we can all jointly market to drive people to our e-commerce platform from Fluvanna. And from that platform, individual businesses will have the opportunity to market themselves, and then we would drive business directly to their online shopping experience. It's not easy, but it's important. And so we have been spending a lot of time educating ourselves and trying to figure out exactly how to make this thing work. Finally, the last thing I want to do before I see if there's anyone else have any questions is I want to show you our new website. Maybe. There we go. This is our new website. And what's important about this new website is two things. One, it is mobile responsive, so when you get it on your cell phone, it doesn't look all clunky. It matches our chamber colors in our logo. And most importantly, log in as a user, you have the ability to create special deals within the website, market those deals to other chamber members. You also have the opportunity to build out a mini website within a website link it back to your website, and that'll help increase your SEO and SEM ratings in Google. If you are a chamber member and you have not logged in yet, I would encourage you to do that. If you need help, give Ruth Ann or me a call and we can help you with that. And finally, the last thing I want to do is recognize Greg DeRazio, who has, we've just come to an agreement with him to help out Ruth Ann on some technical aspects of website management. So thank you for that, Greg. We look forward to working closely with you so we can get the information out to the community about what's going on within the chamber. And I think that's everything on my list. Ruth Ann, did I miss anything?
No, but I have something to add if you don't mind.
Absolutely, please.
I wanted to say what we're doing, what we've been doing. One of the things that happened, a synergy, if you will, is that one of our members, the cooperative, the Electric Cooperative Training Center, contacted me and wanted to know where they could get some face masks. And he wanted 60 of them. And I knew then that Sweetheart was selling masks. And so I put them together, and because of that sale, it covered her rent for a month and also helped support some of the seamstresses. So that's a benefit of being in the chamber. But I don't want anyone to think that the chamber's like a clique, like we won't help if you're not a member, because as far as I'm concerned, and we have it on our logo, is that our job is to grow every business here. And it's wonderful if you're a member. You get a little spot on our website, and you know, there's some other perks, but it's not a little click that you only get, you know, things if you're a member. And I did want to point out our, because of Erica, who's on the board, we now have a micro business membership. So if you meet the qualifications and they're just make under 3,000, I think. I can't remember what they are, but it's only $35 for the first year. And a normal membership is $140, a basic one. So for $35, you can get entry into the chamber and a much larger community where you could really help your business. And then for years after that, it's $50 if you keep that that same meet those same criteria. So that's a really great deal, and I just would encourage anybody that is thinking about it to join. So that's it.
Great. Thank you. So we have two more quick polls. Both of them are 2-question polls, and the first one concerns your experience today. And if you would, please answer those 2 questions. Great. So, looks like the top 3 reasons are to eat a good breakfast, try something different, and get connected. And 90% of you had an awesome experience. Yay.
Nobody said awful. Yay.
Yay. Okay, and then finally, give us an idea of what you would like to see for another virtual networking event, if you would please.
The answer is yes, if Ruth Ann will deliver the meal to your house.
couple more seconds here. Almost all of you have completed. And there we go. So everybody said yes, Ruth Ann. 78% want breakfast, 10% want lunch, and 10% want evening. 44% of our respondents would like information on how to use Facebook to drive sales. And number 2 behind that was how to set up an e-commerce site, followed closely by an update on county government. We'll share those results here. Let everybody take a look at that.
Everyone else, and if I say I'm going to do something later in the day, I sometimes get busy and forget. You know, starting first thing in the morning, I won't forget.
Got it. Understand. All right. So that concludes our official program. If anybody has anything to add to the conversation, please unmute yourself and add your comments to the conversation. Ruth Ann, if you would stay on, don't log off, so we can make sure we get the video done properly. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for a very interesting morning. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you again sometime in the near future. Have a great, great day.
This was really great. Great.
Thank you so much. This is great.
I would like to say 2 things before we sign off. First is a thank
Go
you
ahead.
Brian, for sending me the information on the agritourism webinars. The first one starts today, and I'll let you know how that turns out. And the second is that it looked like we had a really good participation this morning, maybe even a little better than a live and in-person networking breakfast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Well,
Anybody
have a
else?
great day.
Excellent. Excellent morning. Thank you.
See you, Jan.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
Great.
You too.
Thank you.
And I'll be in touch.
Okay.